Our next speaker is going to be talking on diamond impression, the key to sustainable competitiveness. Please join me in welcoming the Managing Director and Group CEO of Lexus Softmak in India, Janak Mistry.
Good morning, friends. My today's talk is on diamond's impression to the key to sustainable competitiveness. Let's understand how to communicate brilliancy brilliantly. Above all the characteristics that a diamond has, people are most impressed with diamond's unique features of brilliance and fire. But the trade commoditized the product, offering through such tables and the lab reports. Why? Because it was technically not possible to promote brilliancy and fire. This is a key reason for the diamonds to lose its competitiveness in luxury sector. Other luxury goods continuously improve the impression they make and focus their communication on impressiveness. Typically, the seller and buyer observe the goods from different directions. Is it critical for mobile phones? Maybe no. They can see the product a bit differently, like different light reflections on the screen, but no problem to discuss important features. Is it critical for diamonds? Oh yes. Because they see diamonds from different directions and they see completely different views. The seller says, look, the round has much more fire compared to the cushion. The buyer sees it from different directions and sees the cushion has much more fire flashes. So the buyer will not believe whatever he is being told now. This is a diamond's challenge number one. Also, the diamond as a product is very small. It is difficult to see the details and compare diamonds by newbies without special training. This is the diamond challenge number two. There is always something in between the consumers and the product. Maybe a glass shelf or salesman. So no comfortable way to start bonding with the diamonds. This is challenge number three. It is not possible to promote with printed material because they are not able to adequately communicate the key features of brilliance in fire. You can see that a beautiful diamond here, but it's not possible to even know how beautiful it is. We don't see whether there is any brilliance of fire. These are the challenge number four. So let's understand what is brilliancy. The lamp here has got very high brightness. Is it brilliant? The mirror has almost 100% light return. Does it have any brilliancy? Brilliancy is a combination of objective optical effects and subjective perceptions to the recipient. To understand this better, let's consider an optical illusion. We will show you step by step how Kafka type of illusion appears. We start with a gray rectangle, then add boundaries to the central gray area and a square around it. We decrease the light intensity of the left square and accept the central zone and increase it for the right square. Now we add the grid. Subjectively, the brightness of the central area is different now. The difference can be easily visible. But you can see, objectively, the intensity of the central zone is exactly the same. Also, the average intensity of both the square is same, while the subjective brightness is higher for the right square. If this would have been a diamond, we would say the right diamond has got a higher brilliancy. This illusion is the result of spatial intensity rivalry. Do you see any brilliancy in the static images? These images have brightness and contrast, but almost zero brilliancy. Now, do you see brilliancy in the movie? Why do we see more brilliancy in a movie than in a static image of the same movie? This illusion is a result of temporal rivalry. We have got a short-term memory which remembers the previous image, and when it conflicts with the next image, it creates a temporal rivalry, and this causes when the intensity varies for a certain frequency within the same area, it creates same area in the space, it creates a brilliance. Now let's understand one of the most important brilliancy factor, which is due to binocular rivalry. Diamond is a very unique object. At the same point inside the diamond, our two eyes see significantly different brightness and color. This is because the diamond is a group of mirrors and prisms, and our eyes from different directions see two different images in one point. On one of the pavilion mains, when you see through your left eye, it looks black. The image is outlined. When the same diamond is seen, the same facet is seen as white to the right eye. Similarly, the other facet to the left eye is gray and to the right eye is black. So binocular rivalry here is when two different eyes see two different intensities within one space area, and the brain combines them into one unstable image. To resolve these conflicts, the brain extends the dynamic range of the image intensity to make the individual diamond virtual facet visually much more brighter than they are in reality. They begin to shine and we observe brilliance. This makes it possible for us to see brilliance. All these formulas and analysis is to explain brilliancy phenomena in diamonds. This slide is capturing all these details. We can explain these later after the presentation if you are interested, or we can make the same explanation at the poster. As I said, binocular rivalry gives the biggest contribution to the brilliancy. The most relevant communication of diamond brilliance is stereo movies. When consumers first see stereo movies in magnified scale, it is easy for them to observe the details in small diamonds because now they already know what to look for. So consumer education in this way is quick and trustworthy. A polished diamond is a very unique luxury product because only diamonds and gems with higher refractive index has brilliancy and spectral colors. The cars, they don't have it. They don't have the fire of brilliance, nor do the wines have it. Even the watches don't have fire or brilliance. None of the luxury products other than diamonds or its simulant have brilliance and fire. But diamonds have beautiful fire and brilliance. Diamond cuts into different unique combinations and results into fire, brilliancy, and scintillation. Currently, there are no tools in the trade to support conversations in brilliancy and fire. As there is no chance to demonstrate a positive difference in brilliancy and fire, the trade uses another strategy, a negative one. How far is the stone from the declared reference? This strategy is used by many marketing initiatives including Hearts and Arrow, Idle Scope, Asset Scope, XXX, AGS 000, Idle Diamond, Super Idle Diamond, Real Super Idle Diamonds, or Real is Rare. Finally, consumers are misled with so many references and negative motivations that they gradually lost trust in the industry. How to avoid negative comparison strategy? Just compare different good cuts to see which is better in brilliancy and fire. With this virtual showcase, a salesperson could demonstrate to a customer the difference in brilliancy and fire depending on cut. Diamond movies are sorted here by octagonal fire score. The sizes do matter. See, compare these 1 carat diamond. It's on the first row, third. Below that, a 73-point diamond. And at the bottom corner, on the right corner, is melee. All these diamonds have exactly the same cut. It's a cut grade. Similar parameters, but quite different fire score. The fire score varies from the top of 1.5 something to close to 0.03. This is an absolute score. The larger diamonds with larger virtual facets have higher visibility, and thus larger diamonds may always have higher absolute fire score. Now let's see this second stone, that is, the top row second stone, 1.5 carat, and compare it with the 73-point stone. Now this 1.5 carat stone has got a very high positive spread. It has got almost 50% more absolute fire compared to the 73-point stone. Does it mean that the 1.5 carat oval is better stone compared to the 73-point round stone? To compare diamond for fire beauty, we need to create a relative fire index, fire grade. Relative fire grade can define fire beauty by comparing fire of the diamond under consideration to the fire of excellent RBC of the same face-up size, because we need to compare apple to apple. Here you can see the diamond sorted by relative fire grade. On this scale, the oval falls much below the RBC on relative fire scale. Well-cut RBCs have better fire distribution and higher fire per area. It is like knowing an engine horsepower of a car and the power to weight ratio of the same car. Both of these parameters are important. Higher absolute score will give the customers, will drive the customers in buying larger diamonds, and relative fire grade will help them buy better performing diamonds. There will be customers who are looking for larger diamonds with higher absolute fire score, like people who are going to use it for weddings. For them, this oval is a good option. Other customers who are looking for more effective fire performance may select RBCs. The salesman should have the opportunity to fulfill their needs and preferences. Now the same diamonds here are sorted by Brilliance, and they have got a completely different fire brilliancy score. The melee, which had a very low absolute fire score, has moved up to the top. It has got a very high subjective brightness. But we can see that there are no best cut when it comes to highest fire and brilliancy at the same time. So now you will ask, do we really need so many cuts? Will they find customers? Leading brand invest a lot of their efforts to understand emotional drivers, which influences purchases. As a result, they develop smart products segments tuned with very different emotional drivers like status, sophistication, affiliation, challenges, or fun, to name a few. For example, in the Nitscope model, the red emotional segment stands for strong, energetic, and daring intentions. In automobile, red Ferrari targets this segment. The automobile industry offers a wide range of high-end cars to address different emotions in self-expression and on consumption occasions. In diamonds, we have the same clients from the same planet Earth. Until we colonize Mars, we have only one planet for cars and diamond consumers. It is reasonable to give all these people a similar choice of distinctive products or several high-end products in diamonds. But we see in the market just one colorless high vibrancy diamond below 5 carat, that's an RBC. High vibrancy diamonds are diamonds that provide superior key consumer benefits in comparison with other diamonds of the same girdle shape, carat size, and pavilion color due to high-tech cut craftsmanship. Historically, triple accident round was the first high Y, and it took centuries for the industry to craft it well. Why are high Y fancy cuts absent in the trade? Are there any fancies which can compete with rounds in brilliance in fire? So we decided to check this situation. On the basis of our brilliancy in fire formula calculations, we developed high Y fancy cuts for emerald, cushion, and marquise. Now, the proof of pudding is not in making, it is in eating. So it was very important for us to exactly produce something which we believe are nice. And we had to develop a lot of other different technologies to produce the diamonds to the design characteristics. Here you can see on the right are the best conventional cuts. In each pair that you see here, the high-Y cuts are on the right of the best conventional cuts we could source from the market several years ago. You can easily see the high-Y diamonds outperform the conventional ones. You can see the cushion here has got much more fire compared to the crushed ice cushion that is typically available in the market. Moreover, the cushion, you can see it has got a similar performance as an RBC, a well-cut RBC, and we believe it is possible to design fancy cuts which can outperform triple excellent RBCs now. You can see the fire. So it is proven that high-Y fancy cuts can provide a wide range of brilliancy fire scintillation combinations, making the range of self-expression needs. All the combinations can be shown as a triangle here, where both cut and key emotional drivers in the need scope model match each other. The three vertices represents scintillation on the top, fire on the left, and brilliance on the right. We believe that communication between salesperson and the consumer has to start from a similar video or a dynamic chart, giving the seller clues about the directions to follow for the buyer's interest. Princess and crushed ice cushion that you see on the top are very interesting for young and active consumers because they have very sharp eyes. But they are not good for mature consumers as they may not be able to see the tiny flashes in these cuts. Cuts in the central zone are suitable for all type of customers. The bottom left corner are the cuts for probably bars, restaurants, theater lighting conditions, wedding lighting conditions. And the right corner, you can see the diamonds which could be suitable for outdoor, all office lighting environment. Like say people who are trying to buy diamond jewelry for daily office wear, they can buy cluster rings because they are very bright. Cluster metal rings. So different customers and light environment requires a different cuts for best impression. If everybody dares to climb the same mountain, even if it is the highest and the most beautiful one, it will be crowded and exclusivity will be lost in some time. That's why instead of promoting one particular peak, it is wiser to endorse various mountain peaks, so allowing mountaineers to the possibility to seeing different and beautiful places, to experience diversity and to find their favorite. Do you know what is spread? I will give a definition. Spread is a parameter that shows the difference between the weight of the given diamond and the weight of the reference RBC diamond with the same visual area. Does it make sense? Did everybody understood what I said? Spread is a parameter that shows the difference between the weight of a given diamond and the weight of a reference RBC with the same visual area. Probably it is very difficult for anybody to understand this, everybody to understand this. And it will be even worse while making a communication between the salesperson and the consumer. But have a look at here. All these diamonds have exactly the same mass, the same weight. 1 carat. But the marquise looks much, much bigger than the cushion on the bottom right. This visual difference in the size is called spread. Is this visual example a more effective way to win trust and communication? Fire. Fire is a simultaneous contrast of color that we observe in the diamond. These high-resolution movies helps to explain fire to customer. Crushed ice cushion on the left has very small, almost invisible fire. You can see the crushed ice is a very tiny flashes, whereas all the stones on the right have got much larger flashes. The old mine on the right is even having even larger flashes. You can see that? Similarly, high-resolution movies captured under dark field environment can be used to explain clarity. The right top corner, the top line is SI1s and the bottom line is an SI2s. The top right is the weakest SI1 and the bottom row left is the best SI2. So sometimes the customer is getting confused between SI1 and SI2. They can be explained using this different magnified images, like say naked eye observation to loop observation to microscopic magnification. Similarly, such profiles can be prepared to demonstrate various performance characteristics in a diamond. A radar chart could be prepared to define the performance as well as the cut grades. And similarly, such high quality movies for fancy color diamonds could be used to demonstrate the unique color of the fancy colors. Thank you.